Good morning, everybody. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is the day we talk about your money. We are here with Coach Caren Fern, all the way from Toronto, Canada. I just love saying that. Coach Caren is here because she has in-depth knowledge, experience, and expertise in the area of making money through business. Hello, guys.
Hello.
That's why we're here. So we're going to get this party started by, first of all, putting Coach in the seat of authority right here.
I'm going in the driver's seat.
You're in the driver's seat, girl, because we need to hear from you. Okay. What's our topic today, Coach?
We're talking about, because last week we talked about what are you really selling? And once you know what you're selling, you should be able to make a profit. And when you hear people say, I put money back in the business, what they're really saying, I put back in the profits into the business to make it move faster. And it's okay. It's good if you're at a place you can do that. What I want you to know is if you have you can do that to grow faster. That means you're putting back in money for advertisement and that sort of stuff, or maybe even training. But if you are, this is what's going to give you bread and butter, you don't take your profits and dump it all in there, because if you do, and you keep doing that, you're going to feel like your business is not making money. It really is, but you haven't separated everything, so you don't realize it. And before going forward, I really want to talk about profit. Profit is a financial gain, especially the meaning of profit, especially the difference between the amount earned and the operating or producing something. And you really need to understand this, because if you're a product-based person, you know that you got to get back your materials, or you got to get back your capital so you could rebuy again. And then you're like, okay, so the rest is profits. The rest is not profit, because you got to get some labor costs in there. And here's why you got to spread that. When I first started in business, it used to be I buy back myself and the rest was profit. And although it was great, it was not so great eventually, especially when the money started rising and getting bigger, right? You want to talk about savings or why, what happened to the profits. We want to have the profits. It's like a backup stuff. So you have the money you're putting back in the business, you have your salary or your owner's draw or whatever you're getting there. You already pay maybe at the moment because you're not sure yet how to do things. And if you're not sure, get a bookkeeper to get you all formulated so you understand where things go. And then you go into having your profits at the side. When your business have profits, you actually feel like you're gaining and you're doing something. You actually feel like your business have money inside of it.
Okay.
I did it for myself, and how many people I have pushed to have profit in the business, and they understood why they need to have profit in their business, why it need to sit there, why you need a place where you can understand how to invest your profits, because this is a business investment. You got your own personal investment, but business investment. Once you understand that your business investment, let's say you were a person who always wanted to do real estate. Now you have a way to do real estate and invest that money, that profits into your real estate to grow it bigger. Or you were a person who want to lend money, because there's people who want to do that, come together in a group and lend money. That's where you'll do it. Let's say you wanted to buy a car and put it on the road for hire, or got somebody drive for Uber. Whatever you want to do, your business profit will allow you to do that, which means you're not taking away from your capital. You're not taking away from paying yourself. This is your extra money to keep growing you further. A lot of business owners don't even talk about it, sometimes because they don't know, or the ones who know don't really tell you because you're not in this circle to understand how businesses keep growing their money. They're using their profits to do other things. And let's take a step back. Let's talk about using it. I like to see profit more, not only about money, but everything we do. You make a profit when you go to work too. This is why we're back to the budget, because when you understand the extra money, that's the profit you made. You took out the money. If you're understanding your budget or your expense, right? That's it. That's a set, the fix. Then you have the flexible. You take that out. You got your savings. You take that out. You got that savings before you put it into anything. It's your little profit that you gain off of going to work, getting up every morning, or if you work in the evening, getting up every evening. Most people are disgruntled is because every paycheck pays everything and there's no money left over. Most people are going to work and upset because they can't see any good thing happening. So instead of fixing that, they usually buy something to satisfy that need of, I work hard, I must get something for myself.
I deserve something.
I deserve. And it must push you into further debt or further, starving financially. I remember the first time I sat with somebody and said to them right here in Canada, I said, how much you make, how much your bills are, here's what you got to do, right? And I sat her down and we ended up talking, just friends. And I said to her, you're not making enough money. And she said, what do you mean? I said, you're not making enough money. She just came out of a divorce. Life was hard. And she got her settlement. And I asked her, I said, this part you're not going to want to hear, but what is he doing? And she said, I don't know. I said, you need to find out what he's doing, because it wasn't a divorce where she couldn't talk with him. They talk. So I said, call him and find out what he was doing. And
because they both suffered a wage loss by separating.
Yes.
So you wanted to know how he was making it work.
I wanted to know how he was doing, because if she knew how he was doing, we could figure out how she needed to be doing, because I needed her to see from that point of view. I already figured out what she had to do, And she said, Caren, he bought a 4-bedroom house and he's fixing the basement. He's fixing to rent the basement. Well, every time she talked, she was getting really upset because she was not. She got her half. First of all, he made more money than her. She got her half and she was trying to figure out what to do. And I said, you need to buy a home that have rental space because your income cannot support you. Nothing else, no fancy lifestyle, just it can support you. Okay. I know everybody pay off your car, but you need to first buy a home that you can get a rent. I don't want to be a landlord, Caren. I don't want to do those sort of things. She came back 2 weeks later. She said, I'm buying a condo because that's what I can afford and it'll help me. So I said, okay, if you want to buy a condo, let's see the numbers. She said, what numbers? You got to see the numbers. Okay. Anyway, she finally allowed me to see the numbers, and the condo was not a good idea because financially, what she got paid is what she focused on. But what I was focusing on, what was the take-home pay, not what you get paid. What's the
gross? She was looking at the gross.
At the gross. And so everything was about the gross. And I said, no. You got to look at the net. That's not what you're taking out.
You don't get all of that.
You don't get all of that. So I said, you cannot afford a condo. You need a townhouse. Even if it's just a student in there, you need a townhouse. Oh, she argued with me. And we had fallen out a little bit, and she bought the condo, of course. And I think she was in there for about 3 months. And then, of course, she had that little extra money that was buffing her. But by month 4, she
ran out.
I said, okay, you got 2 bedrooms, rent out 1. She goes, no, I didn't tell you. I bought a 1-bedroom. With a solarium and an office. I said, it looks great. I went and have a look. I said, but this makes no sense. There's no point looking good and fancy if you can't afford it. I said, you just can't afford it. You just can't afford it. Like, you can't afford it, because I sat down, the mortgage, the maintenance fees, her living expenses, she just couldn't afford it. So she wasn't making a profit in it. Okay, that mistake.
We have Terry and Cecilia in here. Good morning, ladies. How you doing?
Good morning, ladies. I'm just talking about profits, ladies. And so she couldn't afford it. So she said, you know what, Caren, I'm going to try to sell it. And I kind of hear you now. I've lived it. And unfortunately, because she didn't want to talk to me. And let me tell you guys, I was new in Canada, but I knew some things that I guess people didn't want to believe I knew at 26. And when she tried to sell the condo, she couldn't, because the condo complex owners had their own problems happening. So everybody had stopped buying, or they couldn't sell because there was a lien against it. So she couldn't sell it to anybody. It was a whole mess. Her life just, because she wasn't able to revive back for a long time. And I have to say, it really set the tone for her where she went. Now, I'm telling you this story not to talk bad about somebody, but because this is an experience that so many people have been through. Yes.
CJ said, always do things that make you a profit. Yeah.
Yes. That went through that she wasn't able to recoup. And that happened to a lot of business owners. You know, they'll start a business, they want to do something, and then the business is not making any money and they don't know what to do with themselves because they're afraid to make the wrong move, or they're just stuck in this idea that I fail. And I'm going to pause a little bit and talk about failure. Failure, I like to call it a learning curve, though, is a part of life. Like saying no or hearing no. Hair knows. Morning, Liz. Hair knows.
Yes, numbers do matter.
Accept that you failed and be okay with it. But knowing that you have to move on. If you lost money, if you lost your way, you can't just sit there with it. I know it's hard. I've lost so many things. You won't believe it. I've gone to the bare bones of having absolutely nothing. And I couldn't explain to my brain how this has happened. Because
exactly.
I mean, I couldn't explain it. And I had to take just one step to do one thing, to do the other thing, to do the other thing. And that's what it really means. You have to move. When you're in failure mood, when you're broke, when you have nothing, you don't understand, just move. And that movement could be going to the library. I know you can't do it right now, but we have online. I'm sure you guys have that too, where you can read a book from online. You can listen to a book. There's so many ways to make you move. And whatever resonates with you, move. Don't wait, move.
Well, Terry says, yes, this is a story that will help others. Oh, Liz says she loves your hair, Caren.
And it'll just help you. Once you start moving, you'll see a difference. And people have to move in different ways, but you have to understand. I started my alteration business, oh my God, probably over 12 years ago. And I was looking at my books because I was looking for a number for somebody. and the number, of course, drew me in. And I just got to tell you a little bit here. If I say to somebody, you know, you can make $5,000 to $6,000 a month doing alterations, they would go like, you crazy, that can't happen.
You can do it.
Trust me. Trust me. It can happen. But you have to understand how business works. You got to understand where to put the money when it come in. And you got to bear with the newness of it too. Like when you start a business, and let's go for the alterations because as I brought that up, and you know, you're alterating on a pans. And I know for me, a pans would take about 5 minutes to truly hem it. But the preparation probably took me 10 minutes. And I'm bringing this up because when you prepare well, it's easier to really get the work done. And this is true for all businesses. You know, once you prepare well, the work is really get done really quickly. So initially it started taking me 10 minutes, but my job is to work on making sure that I prep the pans in 8 minutes, then 6 minutes. And ultimately, I want to get the pans prepped to 5 minutes. And then I want to sew the pans for 5 minutes so that it only takes me 10 minutes to actually hem the pans. And so I know that if I can hem the pans in 10 minutes and there's 60 minutes in an hour and I can hem 6 pans, ultimately I can pay myself $60 an hour. And right there, I just need to know how many hours I need to work per day, how many days per week to make the money that I set up. So this is where the hard part comes in, the planning, the strategizing, understanding your strategy of bringing in people, knowing who's going to come, how to treat your customers when they start coming to you so they can tell other people that, that girl had my pants. It was so, so sweet. In the pandemic when I wasn't doing anything. And this is a side gig that I keep all the time because it just not a lot of nice, sweet profit on it. And I did a uniform for this guy. And I said to him, just drop it off. And we did the uniform. No measurement. He just told me what he wanted. And he said, Caren, it fits so perfectly. I'm sending you 5 guys. I was like, what?
I know. I hemmed the pants for my daughter's uniform. And she says, we got people at work that need. I'm like, oh,
exactly. 5 people were at me with bags of 3 shirt, 2 pants, 3 shirt, 2 pants. And the guys were like, Caren, just keep the change. Oh my God, I can't believe this. And
because I don't want to go to work looking ratchet.
Yes.
But our 15 minutes are up, guys. We've got to run.
Terry's got to go. Today's a short day.
Yes, it's a short day today because I'm going to be vending at the FCMI conference. And let's see if I can get this up here today and share that. Can you see that, Caren?
Yes, I can.
Okay, this is where we're going to be today and tomorrow. And I want to give a big shout out to Terry for holding down the fort for us yesterday.
Yes, she did.
Yes. So if you want to see the conference, it will be online at calvarychristian.com on their YouTube channel. So I'm going to stop sharing. Let me do this. And
okay,
thank
guys,
you.
I got to sign out. Terry's got to go, but we'll continue this conversation
Can
next
we
week.
continue this conversation?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll continue talking about profits and ways and understanding, because without profits, you don't have a business. Sorry.
Say that again.
Without profits, you got no business.
Okay. All right, guys. There it is. Because a lot of people are scared to charge for what they do. But if you're not charging, you are not in business.
You're not in business, guys. Set your price. Decide what you want. I love working project-wise, but most people understand hourly because that's where they're coming from. So set your tone. The first time I thought about making $1,000 an hour, I scared myself shitless. But then once I made it, I understand I could make $1,000 an hour.
Okay. All right, there you go. So with that, we want to remind you, go to the front of your own line.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be here with Robin Shimizu and friends talking about happy, healthy habits. And on Friday, we'll be talking tech and English, right, Coach?
All right.
So don't be scared. Come on and join the conversation. We find some of the most amazing things during those conversations, like Coach Caren told us all about StreamYard. I will never forget that, because this has really been a change for us and a real blessing to BizChicks and to those who have joined our community. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, with that, we're going to say we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you again, Coach Caren. And we will continue this conversation.
Yes.
That's what business is about, right?
That's what it's about, yes.
Otherwise, we're running a nonprofit, which is we're in business to do. All right. We'll see you next week. Thank you, guys. And remember, go to the front of your own line.
Yep.
Bye-bye.